Our amazing community deserves the best.
Tyler, may I call you Tyler?
It's Mr. Tyler. It's Mr. Taylor.
It's not Mr. Tarver. It's Mr. Taylor.
Mr. Tyler. They call me Coach Tyler. I'm coaching my daughter's basketball team.
They call you Coach Tyler?
Coach Tyler. Yeah.
Why don't they call you Coach Taylor? That'd be so much better.
It'd be so funny. Coach Tarver. Hey,
Could
do you know what our team name is?
What?
So I whenever I pick my kids' names when I coach their teams every chance I can, because then I can make it fun and not make them hate the sport.
Yeah.
Which has happened with some of them.
Yep.
I always pick, like, I would say, Gryffindor. So my, like, Finn's soccer team name was Gryffindor.
For real?
Yeah, and so was Titus's soccer. Like, I pick just Gryffindor is the easiest one, and it's funny, and I like it. And plus, it's funny when I get parents that are like, they don't, Gryffindor, they don't know how to say it. They don't know how to say it. They have no idea about Harry Potter.
Well, that would have been me last year.
But now you're educated.
I am through 2 books now.
And have you started the 3rd one yet?
I have not yet because it costs money.
It does.
And I'm waiting for the, I use the Libby app for the library, and I'm waiting for it to come to get to
Libby.
They give you 3 weeks to listen to it. No, like 2.5 weeks to listen to it. It's difficult.
It's hard to do.
It's a commitment, Tyler.
Yeah. I mean,
may I call you Tyler? Did we establish this?
Mr. Travers.
Mr. Travers, I'm sorry. It's a lot. It's a major commitment.
It's a big. It's Notorious B.I.G. So let me finish my story because I'm closure.
Tell me.
So I was gonna call. I said Gryffindor. I was in the coach meeting, and then, coach was like, "Oh, this is funny." And then I called my daughter because I was gonna ask her what colors do you want for the jersey. And then she was like, also change. She said, what did you pick as a team name? And she'd probably be like, Ezra's team is what she wants to call it. Yeah. She's hilarious.
Everybody else wants to be on that team.
Everybody on that team. And she said, she goes, what's team name? I said, Gryffindor. She said, no. She goes, I go, what do you want to be called? She goes, Chicken Nuggets. And I said, okay. Our team name is Chicken Nuggets.
Did you really? Are you serious?
We're Chicken Nuggets.
Oh, my gosh.
It's on the jersey, says Chicken Nuggets.
Come here, you little chicken nugget.
I was like, come on, chicken. And they're like making up. She said, one of them's like, I'm barbecue sauce. I'm Chicky Nuggy.
Hey, they're going to enjoy it.
They're going to have fun. That's what we're doing. And we had our first game last night. And it was really fun. It was really fun.
This is volleyball?
No, this is basketball.
Basketball. Oh, it's even better. Okay.
Like it's so funny watching. I'm like, offense, deep. And they look at me like, okay, like they just woke up. Because we practice half court. Like it's crazy, but it's fun, man.
Hey, you gonna be foul out?
I had one girl had 3 fouls in the first quarter. She just runs up and starts slapping.
Well,
and they go, because I didn't know how serious. They're taking it serious, like double dribble foul. I'm like, these kids.
They don't know any of this stuff.
No, none of this.
No.
They're like telling them to like go that way. I had to yell no because one of our kids took off at our goal trying to at the other goal to shoot.
No, yeah, don't.
But she had 3 fouls in the first quarter. And I was like, I go, okay. And they're like, she's going to foul. I go, okay.
Is her name Draymond Green?
No. Draymond Green is fantastic. He's underrated.
He is a dirty player.
No, he's not.
You
stop it.
No, I will not stop it.
No, what?
No, what he did
lucky.
to the Cleveland Cavaliers.
And get suspended and let y'all win a championship?
Dellavedova. He got suspended and what are we talking about today, Tyler?
We're talking about lies from the enemy, which is you right now.
Listen, Steph Curry wasn't even born at Akron General Hospital. It was a different one.
I know 2 greats that were born at Akron General Hospital.
But he wasn't. He was born at Akron City Hospital. So don't come in here with hey, I was born in the same place that LeBron was. No, you weren't. You tell everybody you're from Charlotte, which is another lie.
He lived there. He grew up there.
Yeah, he says that's where he's from.
Yeah.
Like I was born and raised there. No, you were not, sir.
Okay, so
you can hit a 3-pointer, but you cannot lie.
Yeah, it's too far for that lie. You can make a tunnel shot. But okay, so question. If you say you're from somewhere, in your mind, is that where you're born? Is that where you grew up? Is that where you lived after college? Like, where do you say you're from?
Just say which one. Say, I was born in blank, or I grew up in blank, or I'm from blank.
Okay, question.
Where are you from?
So I was born in Benton, Arkansas, okay?
Okay.
5 years for the most part, 1 year in Oklahoma, but then 5 years I lived in Arkansas.
Okay.
Moved to Georgia, 1st through 5th grade.
Yeah.
Lived in Georgia for those years.
Okay.
Formative years, if you will. Primary school, if you will. Moved back in 6th grade and then lived in Arkansas. So where am I from?
So you guys can't, listener, if you're not viewing this on YouTube, what you can see is
Tarver
Tyler
Academy
is waving his hands around wildly and threateningly during this segment.
Okay, just so you know, Neil is doing inappropriate gestures in 43 countries.
To my face.
Wow,
but not in this country.
Not in this. It's legal
I'm
here.
waving. I'm just simply waving.
That's the 7th Amendment.
I just think if you're going to say, somebody's going to say, hey, wait a minute, where were you born? Tell them where you were born.
No. Where are you from?
Where am I from?
Where am I from? I just gave you my stats.
You're from Arkansas.
But I lived in Georgia for all of elementary school.
Yeah, but that's not long enough. The majority of your life is where you're from.
Time. Up to what point? 18 years?
Well, you okay, so where does Steph Curry say that he's from?
I don't know. His dad got traded a lot near the end.
Yeah, and he moved around a lot, but he tells people he's from Charlotte. The majority of his life has been spent in the Bay Area. Stop lying.
No. Of his adult life.
Yeah, but it's his life.
So
it's not. You don't parcel this out at a different.
So that's where you are. You don't say that's where I am in the Bay Area. Like, where are you from? Like, you think of where did I grow up? So it's really 0 to 18 is your age.
I want to push the button so bad right now.
Oh, to start Joseph Tilly. What are we talking about? We're 7 minutes in.
Yeah.
What are we?
This is you. This was yours.
This is my idea.
I'm so excited about this episode.
Today we're talking about how to make money as an online creator. If you couldn't tell from our intro. Wow.
Tyler, isn't your doctorate going to be in what the first 3 seconds of like video? What like actually draws people to certain views on YouTube? And
how to engage people in online YouTube videos.
How to engage? Well,
I guess that's how you view. Oh, on Instagram. how do you engage people with YouTube videos?
Okay.
Well, like how to increase engagement. So it's like you talk about the 4 levels of engagement. There's actually watching it, so just viewing it.
Yeah, that's good.
So view time percentage. Then there's likes, there's comments, and there's subscriptions. I almost said shares. That's not part of it, but subscriptions. So those are the 4 levels I'm analyzing.
Listen, there are a lot of things that we have talked about in this podcast where we are not qualified nor authorized to talk about. This one, we are, because Tyler is the most educated in this.
That's not true.
He has spent more time and energy in this.
I haven't finished my dissertation.
So I haven't begun a dissertation about this. So
I've only just begun.
You know who has begun a dissertation?
Joseph Tilly.
I just needed a reason to why to push it. Like, it's not even. Is this a good time for his music?
Push it. I used to think they were saying a cuss word. They're saying
Salt
push
and pepper.
it.
Hey, how's it going? Welcome to the Tyler and Neil Explain Everything podcast. Now officially your 4th favorite podcast. Hit the subscribe button and make sure you go to patreon.com/explain everything to get exclusive episodes. Looks like we made it.
Well, 8 minutes ago, you made it.
And now we have been swirling the toilet.
This is honestly, I listen to a lot of podcasts. This is what you don't do.
Okay.
The good podcasts don't do what we just did. And so we want to thank you, listeners, for sticking in there with us.
They banter at the end. Because people click.
They can do at the beginning and the end, but they don't do long at the very beginning. They're like, a little bit of chit chat, and here's what we're talking about today.
Well, the problem is with banter is it's built around your audience knowing who you are and what you're about.
Oh.
Because the top 2 reasons, according to research, that people stop listening to something or watching something is, number 1, is they're confused. And we just confused people for 7 minutes. How long do you walk into a room?
You confuse, you lose.
To a conversation. Thanks, Donald Miller. Walk into a conversation and you don't know what's going on.
Yep.
You walk away.
Yep.
And we just did it for 7 minutes.
I actually break the wrist and walk away.
Oh, like the guy from the Beverly Hillbillies movie.
Nope.
Yes.
Break the wrist and walk away?
Yeah. The guy that said that played Jethro in the Beverly Hillbillies
remake. Yeah, in the remake. Wow. Yeah. Not the Beverly Hillbillies, the Beverly Hillbillies remake.
They didn't call it remake. Oh. And it was the first one I saw, so it matters to me.
Okay.
Nostalgia.
Doing your own research on that.
Do your own research, Neil.
This one is near and dear because Tyler and I, we get asked how often do we get asked, hey guys, I want to start my own YouTube channel, or I want to start my own podcast, or I want to start my own merch, or insert.
I want to make a living doing this. I want to make side money doing this.
Yeah.
I've been approached in the past 5 years. I mean, it's usually like you've been approached individually, I've been approached individually, and then a lot of times we get approached together.
Yeah.
And it's a lot of times.
Mentor me.
Yeah, show me how to do it. It's easy. I've only been doing it for 14 years.
And we have 4 Patreon subscribers.
We do.
So put this in.
So like if you or like, you know what, how can I learn from these guys? How can I be rich? And there's only one. Our pyramid scheme is titled patreon.com/explain everything. Go to that website, give us $3, get all the content, and you'll be rich. It's a guarantee Footnote, not guaranteed.
Okay, what would be really funny is that this one is titled How to Make Money Online
as an online
creator. What's funny is if this entire thing actually gets tagged as an advertisement, because we're really just talking about our Patreon the entire time.
What is that website that they need to go to?
Patreon.com/explain everything.
That's all you need to do.
That's all you really need to do.
And then your world will come true.
We get asked this question a lot.
Frequently.
I had it happen. So it's happened to me twice this week. Somebody goes, hey, I'm going to be doing this and I want to start my own YouTube channel. Or, hey, I want to start this. How do you do that?
I had 2 meetings about it as well this week.
For real?
Different meetings than yours. No, 3, because 1 was with you and then 2 were separate.
It's nonstop.
Yeah.
And that's okay. I don't mind it.
It's a growing industry and people now see that's where the money is. And honestly, the money's going to grow there anyways because how do you make money there? It's a lot of times with marketing from other companies, whether it's ads or brand deals. And what is it? TV commercials are an $80 billion a year industry. When was the last time you watched a TV commercial, Neil? The Super Bowl. That's the answer.
Yeah, that's about it.
And when was the time before that? The other Super Bowl.
The last Super Bowl.
Because no one watches commercials.
Right.
At the very worst, if you watch live TV, most of us don't even watch TV with commercials.
Nope.
Netflix, we talked about in our Science of Netflix or whatever.
Oh, yeah.
They don't do commercials at all. Other ones just do commercials for their own stuff. And so it's like, even if you watch live TV where there's an actual commercial between the commercial breaks, guess what? You pull your phone out.
Yeah. Yep.
And so as soon as companies realize like, oh my gosh, this is not where we should put our money, because all marketing is attention. Do you have someone's attention? And then how do you convert that attention to either subscriptions or payments? Like how do you convert that? What's the ROI, your return on investment, money I put in to what I'm getting out? Basic positive ROI that I do personally. I wrote a book called How to Be a Baller Teacher.
Yes, you did.
I pay money every month for people searching keywords for like millennial teacher, teacher, speaker, like all this education stuff. I have like 3 or 4 keywords. If somebody searches that in Amazon, because you go to Amazon to buy things, so I'm like, they plan on spending money. I put it there. If they search it, mine pops up at the top. Now, I am paying Amazon money to push that to the top of those sponsored keywords. However, if someone clicks on it and purchases that book, I'm now making money.
Right.
And so my ROI for that, I am actually, on every month I've done it, I am making more money from purchases from the clicks than I'm paying Amazon.
Okay.
So it's a no-brainer for me to keep paying money.
You're advertising where people are already going to purchase something.
Bingo.
And the search history.
And then they are paying me money afterwards.
Right.
And as long as I'm making more money from the book sales, even though it's cutting into it, these are customers that never would have had it not been advertised. So
you're getting traffic then at that point. Traffic you wouldn't have had.
Bingo. And then that could lead not only into like, they go, oh, cool, I'm going to subscribe to him on this and this. Now I've got, maybe a patreon.com/explain everything subscriber.
Yep.
I've got people following me on Instagram or TikTok or whatever. But then also they could pay to have me come speak at their school.
Yeah.
That is what we're going to talk about now is like a one-time investment you can make from your audience.
We had somebody that jumped on that is So Tacos for Life.
Yeah.
Said one of our videos showed up.
Which, by the way, Brock Hart, what's up, bro?
Yeah.
He's in charge of that.
Showed up in the For You page. It's like how it shows up at certain points is so interesting. You have to, that's not about diversification, but you got to pick which channels, where do you want to go and spend most of your time and energy. We're going to talk about things like, there's like affiliate links. There's all this other stuff that's in here, but you give a talk on what is it, 4 different ways?
Four different things. And I got it from Colin and Samir. And then I just apply my personal experience and research to it. Okay. I do my own research.
Okay, thanks. Good for that. I like it.
That's my truth now. Yeah. I like make fun of both so that nobody knows, like, oh, you're making fun of them, but then I'm also making fun of them.
That's good, though. You're covering all your bases.
You know what?
The grass is greener where you water it.
It's only 2 bases, so it's not really a sport because there's no sport with 2 bases.
That's called cricket.
I've got a ghost runner on second. And a ghost runner. I made a tweet. One of my most popular tweets I ever did back when I used to try to do one funny tweet a day. Has anybody checked on our ghost runners that got left on third?
Oh my gosh.
It was something that effect. It was really funny.
That's good.
Ghost runner on third. Do you remember? Did you ever do that when you were up?
Yeah. Oh yeah, all the time.
Because like you're playing, but you don't have players. Like, okay, ghost runner on second.
And they're faster than I am.
Well, they go at the pace of us. They just like chill, drink a martini on second base until I push them forward.
Martinis.
My ghost runners are all above. Older. Even though I was 9, my ghost runners are 21 and above.
Okay.
With all the long
not
hair.
in their 60s.
Well,
because that's the only people I know that drink martinis.
Jimbo.
Oh.
Yeah, he was played by the guy from, he was a karate instructor in Napoleon Dynamite, but also was in the original Beverly Hillbillies remake.
That's amazing. You think I'm gonna need less respect because I gotta go home to Starla every night? You see these pants, boy? All right. So what are the 4 ways? What are the 4 things?
Okay. So I'm not going to tell you all 4 up front. We'll start with the first one.
Wow.
And work our way down.
Okay.
Yeah. Anticipation, Neil.
Anticipation.
First one, and this is the one that is the least reliable, and most creators think it's what they want up front, but it's not. It's AdSense. So money, because they put ads in front of or during your video or during your podcast. So if you listen to a podcast, well, a lot of podcasts choose it. So YouTube's actually the best. YouTube does the best for AdSense for their creators out of all the platforms. It's why everybody, all TikTokers, all Facebook people, they want you to go to their YouTube. It's because they're going to get money, a layer of money.
Just off of watching that video.
Just off of watching the video. So when you click on a YouTube video, say you clicked on this on YouTube, Tarver Academy, whatever.
Hey, what's up?
Hey, what's up, guys? Hey, gamers, in the comments, say hi. And then guess what? We'll give you $1 million.
Whoa.
That's not true. But AdSense.
If you can find this video.
If you can find the video, yeah, we hide it. So YouTube, when you click on a video and it has that thing where it plays the ad and it's like skip after 5 seconds, or if you see an ad on the side of the video with like a little square, or if there's like a little lower thirds where it pops up on the bottom of the video while it's still playing. Those are the 3 main ways that YouTube puts ads in their videos. Me, as a YouTube creator, I get paid anytime you see those ads. I get paid more.
Even if you only see 5 seconds?
Correct. Oh. Now, actually, I think YouTube's trying to change that. I saw some notification where
they're trying to skip past all of them.
Exactly. And the YouTube, their number one priority is keeping the people that give them money happy, not really their creators, but they know they keep the creators happy to bring in the money. So it's kind of like this tit for tat, if you will. And so they're doing this new thing where it's like they don't charge you as someone who pays them for the ad unless somebody watches it to the end. Now, there's stipulations in there, and they'll still pay the creators a little bit.
They can put those ads in the middle of videos.
They do that.
I have people that I'm watching a video, and you get to the spot you want, and you're like, oh, "Are you kidding me?"
As a creator, I choose that. As a creator, I can choose to put the ad at the beginning.
And you choose to put it in the middle.
I choose all of it. Oh. I was like, "Give me money, however you want." And add to YouTube, because YouTube has analytics that tell them what's the most beneficial to the marketer and to the creator. Like, what's the best thing here? And so, the most of YouTube ads, if you want to go in, like, say we wanted to go in and pay for money for this podcast, we want to make a video to promote our podcast, and we want to put it in front of Bill Simmons podcast.
Yeah.
Like, we want to put it on his YouTube video. We would go in, and they have auctions. So we would go in and we would pay for so much per click. It's called CPM. And I think I always say clicks per minute in my head, but I don't think it's clicks per minute. Maybe it is. I don't know. Whatever. Clicks per something. And that's how many clicks the ads get. And then we essentially are bidding against other people for putting that ad there.
Getting the ad in. Okay,
so
in front of them.
So most of the people that are competing for ads on my videos, so like my math videos, they still do pretty decent. There's a guy called thattutorguy.com. This is not an ad or promotion for him. I have no desire. He's never reached out.
Nope.
But he puts a ton of ads in front of my videos. And then he actually makes a video where he's making fun of them watching my video. He's like, instead of watching that 10-year-old math video on YouTube, I'm dead serious. And then he puts it in front of my videos because I keep my math videos up for 10 years.
What?
Yeah, bro. And anyways.
I'm not a fan.
And so he's trying to get people to go use his subscription models, like $7 a month, to get his videos on his website. And so he does auction-based. And so he'll go in and he'll compete with other people to pay for my stuff, to pay on top of my videos.
Okay.
And then I get a lot more money if somebody actually clicks on his ad. So if you click on their creator's ad, they get more money. Like when he first started doing it, was like, I don't know, 8 or 9 years ago, he started putting the ads, and he's just like a standard generic looking white guy, just like me. And so people thought it was me offering tutoring.
No way.
And so a ton of people clicked it.
Yep.
I got 3 times the amount of money that month than I normally do.
Wow.
And then YouTube direct deposits the money. If you make over $100 in the month, they direct deposit on the 25th of the month to your account.
Getting paid
Every day. And so I make anywhere from $300 to $2,000 a month off of YouTube, if I'm being transparent.
So AdSense is one of those 4 ways to make money.
But it's the least reliable.
It's the thing that you think you want, but it is the least, because it's not really, you have some semblance of control over it, but not really.
No, your control is based on them viewing. So if you have built up an audience community that watches as soon as you drop, cool. Like the only person who's ever listened to me when I told him what to do with YouTube is Retro Rick. And he's doing fantastic. And he made money first off AdSense. And he's like, dude, this is awesome, because he has a lot of initial attention.
Yeah.
Most of my AdSense comes from videos. Like I have a bulk quantity, and I'll get $5 a month for here, $10 a month here, maybe 30 here on this video.
He gets a ton of views at one time.
Exactly. And then it kind of tapers off. And so he makes a ton more AdSense because he has a lot, and then his auctions do well because people see the attention there. However, when he was doing that, he did that for like a year or so, and he was like, this is awesome. I was like, man, you have to build up.
Yeah,
I was like, you have to build up some of these other layers because you can't rely on AdSense. I have seen over the years, I've been on YouTube for over a decade. I have seen YouTubers that quit their job because they make enough money off AdSense every month. 2016, there was a huge algorithm change. They cut their viewers in half.
Yep.
They only have their dedicated people that go find them, not that like
suggested, that
meteor trail of people that are suggested or just watching. They're not subscribers. They see it, they watch it, but they don't like commit to it.
Wow.
And so, so that's what I've seen as that. Have you had any AdSense? Like you have YouTube, you do stuff.
I've done, but I haven't really made a ton. So I've the majority of the views or the minutes that are watched on my YouTube is all the diabetes related stuff. And so I was very, very consistent there for a long time, but because I have really long form videos, I've got the documentary, I've got the short film, I've got they give you a ton of minutes, but they don't give you as many ads.
Yeah.
So it's an hour and a half documentary that you're going to watch. They put an ad at the beginning and at the end.
They don't put any mid rolls?
I could go back in and put that in.
You could probably turn that on.
It's really dicey though, because I'm like, do I want them to be watching this? It's so funny because like you're like a creator, but also I do need to make money off of this thing, but whatever. So
people, dude, at this point, people understand.
They get it.
That's part of it.
Yeah.
And here's the deal: if they don't want ads on YouTube, cool. Pay the $10 a month for YouTube Premium, no ads.
No ads.
Like that's it. They can pay that. And did you know this? I saw this stat the other day. Or actually, it was the other day, a couple years ago. So it may have changed. With all the ads, you see ads everywhere you go on the internet. Everything you watch are ads. If everybody paid $12 a month, they wouldn't have to see any ads on any website, and it would cover the cost of what those ads are being paid for. Absolutely.
Oh my gosh.
The internet's used a lot, believe it or not.
Okay.
It's
I believe it.
Pretty popular fad.
I believe it.
Right now.
Thanks, Al. Okay, so that's one of those AdSense. You're obviously getting payouts on a pretty regular basis, but it's not entirely in your control.
Okay.
So
AdSense is one. The other one is merch. So these are one-off sales.
Oh.
Okay. So merchandise. We got merch.
Merch.
No, we don't have merch.
Not
It looks
yet.
like I'm
Not
promoting
yet.
merch because I'm using. I've stuck my Tarver Academy sticker on all of our mugs.
Every camera.
Sorry. Buy this for the small price of $18.99 a month.
There it
No,
is.
I'm just kidding.
A month?
No. Yeah, that's how I sell my merch. Now, some people are doing that. They're doing like they send you a box every month, and
For real?
Yeah, and they'll like change up the merch. Like a ton of people do that.
Man, that's commitment.
Yeah. Well, they're. I mean, cool. Sorry.
Okay, so merch is shirts. It's got your name on it, your catchphrases, your
it's
fun
stuff where
logos.
people want to wear that because they're part of your community. They dedicate and they're like, hey, I want to show people that I like this. I want to show people that I'm a part of this.
I'm wearing an
group.
MKBHD shirt right now.
Are you really?
Yeah, like I've got.
I don't know what I'm wearing.
No,
I'm wearing a Michael Jordan. I'm buying his merch.
yes.
Yeah, boy. No, I'm Tarver Academy. I'm wearing a hat.
There you go.
Whatever, but I'm not selling these hats. I just bought them.
You actually have your logo on top of your headphones too.
Oh, I do have a sticker.
Your sticker's up
yeah,
there.
4 places I'm plugging
That's
Tarver
good.
Academy. What's up? Sorry, Neil.
ABP.
So merch is like one-off sales. Like these are one-time purchases. I would even include affiliate links in this.
Yeah.
Probably because it's like you're getting a one-time payment, but it's based on someone going and making a financial transaction.
What if they don't know what an affiliate link is?
Okay. An affiliate link, Amazon's the most popular.
The most popular.
So if I wanted to, like, okay, I did this. I talked about the 3 books that I always read every year. Like every year I'll read these books at least one time. Atomic Habits, Uncomfortable Conversations, and Never Split the Difference. So I'll read those 3 every year, and I've done it for a few years now. I talked about that on a TikTok. And in the TikTok, I said, hey, if you're interested in reading them, I've got them linked in my bio. So I put the link in my bio under the stuff I recommend section, and I've got links to those. Now, if you click it, it just goes to Amazon. Here's the thing. That link is not just me going to Amazon and getting the link. I am set up as a partner with Amazon affiliates. And so I go and I get the link, but I get it as an Amazon affiliates link. And what it does is inside that link, they know if they came from my stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And then if you purchase it, I get a percentage of that purchase.
Yeah.
So it doesn't cost the consumer any more money,
Right,
which
yeah.
is genius on Amazon's part. Because I
if
wouldn't
it
push
did,
it.
I wouldn't. Nope.
I wouldn't push it if it's going to charge you 10% more.
Right.
Same exact price, but then I get a cut of Amazon's money
Yep.
on that. And they're cool with that because I'm sending people to buy it, which helps them as well.
Yeah.
So here's the cool thing with Amazon though. everybody buys stuff on Amazon. It's trusted. Like, it's not like I'm sending you to John's website.
Shady.
Put in your credit card information.
Dark web.
The dark web. Send in a blood sample.
Just turn the lights on.
Carry me home. Na, 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 na. See what I did there? So not only will they pay you if you buy that product, but they actually give you credit for purchases that are made.
Is it how long? What's the time frame?
I think it's within like 48 hours, I want to say. 24 to 48 hours.
24.
24 hours?
It's 24 hours after they've clicked that link.
So if you click, say you're like, okay, Tyler, I want to get Atomic Habits. You click on the link to buy Atomic Habits, and you're like, I don't know if I want to buy that. Ooh, but I do need to get some shampoo.
Yeah.
You search shampoo, buy the shampoo. It's a smaller percent, but I get a percentage of that because I brought you to Amazon.
Right.
And so it's like which is fantastic. If you make a TikTok recommending some random product and you link it in your bio,
they're coming.
You're making so much money.
Yeah, that's why you see all these TikToks are like, hey, cool Amazon finds number 458. And there's like an Amazon thing on there or whatever. How are they making that money? They're making that money because the affiliate link that they have in their bio, when they say, hey, I've got the links down below. If you want to click the link, you can go buy it directly. They're making money off of that, but not just off of that purchase. It's whatever else they purchase within. I think it's 24 hours.
Yeah.
I could be wrong. Anything else they purchase, not the same percentage.
Yeah.
But it's at least a percentage of any of the shampoo that they bought because they went to Amazon for the book and they bought that shampoo.
But it's also, I'll be honest, it's kind of, in my opinion, a little bit invasive because I can see what you bought. Like I had one person go in, they clicked one of my links, and then I guess they cleared out their cart and bought everything.
Oh, wow.
I saw like 7 things they purchased. And it was like random things. I was like, this feels
That's a
weird.
little weird.
I
didn't know that.
I feel like I don't ever go look at it anymore because I feel like I don't need to know that.
Okay.
And I honestly don't even know I don't check. That's not a huge income stream for me. I don't push a lot to Amazon affiliates. And a lot of times in my videos, I'll try to say like, yo, by the way, if you buy it through here, I get some of that, you know?
Yeah.
But like solo.to.
Yeah.
That's like a link in bio, like Linktree or tap.bio. I'm connected with solo.to. If you go to the link in my bio and then you start using my link in bio, I get paid like, I don't want to say it's like 20% of like your $8 to $10 every month. I make that. Canva, if you sign up for an account through my link, I get a percent of that.
Yeah, all the stuff is in your bio.
It's all in my bio.
Hey, here's stuff I like. Here are these apps I use. Here are these products yeah. So every one of those. So affiliate links, there's a companies that want to send like diabetes food and diabetes supplies and all this other stuff all the time. What they've started doing is they're saying, hey, we'll send you this, but only if you sign up for my affiliate link. So what it'll do is they'll give you a code. It's Mr. Taylor 2022.
Bingo.
Put that code in there. That'll get you a discount off of this. There's multiple ways to do affiliate links.
Which is affiliate links are great when you do partnerships with companies because, there's no limit to how much you can make, but however, usually there's no like upfront money. It's like, we're not going to give you this much to do this, and then you do this. So third one, so we did AdSense, we did merch, which we also lumped. That's like merch. Merch is really just like products one time. Like my book is considered merch to me because it's a one-time purchase.
Yeah.
Okay. And then the third thing is brand deals. These are partnerships with companies. It's where you do this a lot with diabetes stuff. Like people either give you free stuff or you've gotten paid in the past for promoting or talking or reviewing different products. What are your thoughts on brand deal stuff?
What's a little bit weird is if you do it constantly, there are a lot of regulations on it. You have to have certain hashtags. You have to say that it's sponsored. You have to say hashtag ad. You have to do all that kind of stuff. Yeah. And I do find that a lot of people get a little bit, so it's another way to make money for you, yes, but also a lot of people think, well, man, you're a sellout because of this, or you're constantly advertising, or you're constantly doing all this other stuff. It's kind of this catch-22. You go back and forth.
Yeah.
I would only do, so what I tell companies is you can send me your stuff and I will try it. I'll eat it. I'll wear it. I'll try it. But if it isn't good, because they all go, hey, would you mind doing this? And will you brag about it? I said, I'll only do that if it's good. And I genuinely like it because I can't sit there and eat this cereal that tastes like I'd rather, like the box tastes better.
I was in that video.
You were in that video. It's like, okay, I'm not going to lie to anybody because I want them to trust me, but that happens a lot.
Okay. Yeah. Did you hear about Kyle Sheely? You know what that is?
No.
He's a TikToker, but he's like really funny, really good guy, speaks, and he does a lot of really cool creative stuff. Well, he had something where the partnership he did with Come and Go, where like he went on and he was like, hey, I was thinking of this and I saw one of these posters in a gas station.
Yes, I did. I watched
I made a poster of myself and then like it went viral, and then he reached out to, he's like, and then he made another video. I reached out to Come and Go, and they were like, we're going to make a Kyle Sheely Mealy. And it's like 2 pieces of pizza and a Red Bull or something. And so they made like this whole partnership. People are taking pictures. He made like 3 or 4 videos, and like 2 out of the 3, most of them went viral.
Yep.
Well, then some reporter found out that he had been talking to Come and Go about doing a like partnership with them before that. And he didn't say that it was an ad. He did not say hey,
really?
Like this is a promoted ad at the beginning. He then came out later and was like, hey, I probably should have been more transparent in this. Let me explain it. I was talking to Come and Go about doing something, but then I thought of this, didn't tell them, and just went and did it. And then I reached out later and said, hey, I just did this. So it's like he was a little bit, not manipulative, but he was not completely transparent or clear about that. Yeah. And people got ticked. Like if you go, that was a month, 1 or 2 months ago.
Easy a month ago, easily.
He did that. Like he came out with an apology video like a month or 2 ago. Every video he posts now, he'll have people jump in and go, is this sponsored by Come and Go?
No.
Like and he'll respond to him. I love that about him. He'll come in and go, haha, that's pretty original. Or like he'll joke with them or call them out or be like, I'm sorry, or apologize. I really, like you can tell a lot about somebody and how they respond to that. And the reason is there are, I think it's FCC. Is that the company? Is that the acronym?
Yeah, FCC.
There are laws where you have to say this is an ad. You can't be deceptive to your audience.
Right.
You know what kicked that off?
Truth in advertising.
You know where that kicked off?
Where?
Fire Festival.
Oh.
Do you remember when Fire Festival went viral? It was all these influencers posting in that orange square on Instagram.
Right, you're right.
Now, because of that and because what it led to and the influence people had, they now have to say hashtag ad, hashtag paid. I'll say in my video, because I'm transparent to a fault. I will say,
it's okay.
Yo, by the way, they pay me to do this. Unbiased. I'll make a joke out of it to call it out because I don't know.
So I will do the opposite too. When someone hasn't paid me, I like to make fun of that. I go, hey, listen, this is not an ad.
Yeah, I'll do it. And
I'm going to tell you because this tastes like hot garbage.
Yeah.
And I'll joke around about it because then when you do have an ad, they know, or they've known over time, if I am going to say something about it, it's only because I genuinely do like it. The amount of contracts you have to sign on this are amazing.
Yep.
There are third-party companies that they'll use. You have to use a certain number of hashtags. You have to use a certain number of, it's like your image and likeness. It's pretty intense.
It's pretty wild.
You can make money and you get a lot of free stuff.
Yep. And here's the thing too, with that industry, like, I get people that hit me up all the time. A lot of them is spam, like, hey, blah, blah, blah. And you can tell they copy pasted or it filled in from an auto sheet. Like, we love your YouTube, Tarver Academy. It fits a great style we like. And I'm like, okay. But
and I love when it's bad grammar too.
Oh, gosh, it's the best. It's like, this was written in a different country and translated. And so, like, there are most of them I don't ever respond to because I get, 2 or 3 of those a day minimum. And then there's some that reach out and it's like, I'm trying to think how to say this. If we have a lot of companies that listen to us. If you're a company that reaches out, watch their stuff and say, I just watched your video on blank. I love how you said this. Like, make it. And I say that to creators reaching out to brands. Don't say, I love your company. Let's work together, blah, blah. Just say, hey, I know you guys just push this. I have a lot in common with that person. I think I could reach my audience here because of it. What do you think? Like, make it personal because these people get so much spam, creators and companies. It's nonstop. And so like I literally, between like just right before we recorded, I was walking to the restroom and I was replying to an email from a company that wants me to make a TikTok for them. And the problem is most companies don't understand the value of what these platforms can do. Yep. And so like, we're just kind of like dipping our toes in the water. And other companies like, well, that's more than we usually pay them. Like, that's because you're underpaying people. Yeah. Most creators don't understand the value they have for companies.
Your face, your name, all the time and energy you put into it.
You vouching, even that, you're vouching for that company in a way, and you have more of an influence with your community than some celebrity on a TV commercial has with theirs. Like, you have such influence with your people, and it has a value to it, and you got to know your value and be like, no, I'm not good.
Most of the online creators that I see and have worked with, they are way more open to putting something on their stories than they are in their actual feed.
Yeah, because the feed's forever. Feed's a museum.
And it's gone.
Yeah.
So they're like, I'll put this in the stories. And they actually value that less. Yeah. The company, they're like, well, we'll give you this much money for it.
Feed,
but if you do a story and if you do multiples, it's kind of funny. So I've had to tell companies, listen, I'm not going to do that's too much.
Yeah.
Never in the history of, posting have I posted that many times about one thing. I'm not going to do it about your brand.
No. And so when you come to brand deals, one-off payments are fine. If you do like a one-off payment, but then you also get a % of people clicking the link, that's great. That's better. But the best of what you want to strive for as a creator with regards to brand deals are you want a contract, like a long-term contract. We want, a 6 to 18 month. Yes. You want it to be an ongoing partnership, not a one-off, hey, pay me and I'll shout your name from the rooftops. Like you want to be like, no, I'll feature it in the background of this many videos a week, or I'll talk about you once a month, or I'll do this. You got to figure out how you're going to incorporate that. And it ties to, it's a long-term interest that benefits both of you. I'll make, like say I partner with Samsung, okay? They do a ton of stuff. Chromebooks, they make Samsung Chromebooks for education. I talk about Google for education all the time. People use Chromebooks. It would be a great partnership, me and Samsung. I would say, hey, send me this many laptops. I'll give one out for free once every month to my audience. That'll give them value. It'll remind them that you exist and that you're a giving company, whatever. I'll use your Chromebook. It'll be featured in my video. I'll talk about something that's done on a Chromebook, once a week. Let's do this for 12 months. And also you're going to promote at a minimum of $2,000 a month. You're going to push a video from mine and you're going to fund to get that. I'll get more followers. I'll get more attention and you hopefully get more purchases and more attention. And so like, that's something that makes sense for both.
When you do a brand, so a buddy of mine, his name's Rob Howe. Rob actually, so he's a basketball player. He has type 1, but he also has signed. So he does a bunch of work for Express Men for their clothes. He's really tall. He's a basketball player, but also he has a certain insulin pump that he uses. That insulin pump. So with that manufacturer, though he's in a partnership with them, what you have to realize is when you say yes to one brand deal, that's actually you saying no to all the others, because now you cannot cross over. You have to really think about that. Don't just jump on the first one.
Whose merch you say you're wearing?
What?
You said you're wearing a creator's merch.
Oh, yeah. MKBHD.
Okay. He does tech reviews.
Yeah.
A few years ago, he called out Gal Gadot. She played Wonder Woman. She's sponsored by Samsung. And then when she posts on Twitter, you can go on the back end and see what she posted from her iPhone. And it's like,
that's hilarious.
So it's like Samsung's competing with that. And she's promoting them at their cell phone in a commercial.
That's amazing.
And he called her out. She blocked him.
Oh, wow.
Was it Gal Gadot or Taylor Swift? I think it was Gal Gadot.
So Oprah did. She texted about something with Android and she sent from her iPad. And you're like, oh my gosh.
Yikes. And that's the problem. And that's the thing, honestly. And he was talking, I heard him doing an interview with somebody and he was talking, because Samsung's really big in promoting creators. Apple's not as big.
No.
And because they're like, we're still great. We're not
They act like they are.
But they're not.
They're not.
But Samsung really puts money, lets creators be themselves. Like they're really great with their creators. And so they get a lot of creators and they give them a lot of money.
Yeah.
And MK, I say the initials. MKBHD. He, because MKB is their initials and then HD is in high definition, right?
Oh, okay.
Isn't that why he does that? And he was talking about being at a like conference or something and they're in there, all these creators, they all put their phones down. He said, they're all iPhones. And he was like, aren't you all y'all sponsored by Samsung? And this is why he said, yeah, but the group texts. They're in it for the iMessage because they can talk on their laptop in text message and then the group text. And it's like,
makes
Apple
sense.
knows will never make that available because that keeps so much. I'll be honest, if you could name a group text outside of an iPhone and not see liked by blank, blank, blank as a text, and I could answer it on my computer, I would have a Google Pixel right now.
Oh, yeah.
Hands down. It has better photos, and that's all I care about with my phone.
Pictures.
Plus, I love Google.
Plus,
I love Google
sponsor
me.
It's photo worthy.
What?
Yeah.
I'm wearing a hat, though.
Yeah.
Sponsored by Tarver Academy. So, brand deals, but you want contracts, long-term partnerships that benefit both long-term.
Okay. The fourth one.
And the fourth, and this is the best one. This is the one
we've been waiting for.
This is the one every creator either wants or needs to strive for because it cuts out the middleman. Okay. AdSense. I need YouTube to push this ad and someone else to pay for this ad. What was the second one? Merch. I need you to get out your paycheck and pay this. Okay. Don't forget, I got new merch. Okay. Now buy this merch or buy this book. You're always asking and they have to repurchase. Third one. I need a company. Hey, Samsung, see my value and then pay me to do this. The fourth one is the one you want, and it's called a pay to play or a paywall. It is where you set up a subscription model with your audience. The reason people want it is one, it cuts out the middleman. It's me directly with my audience, my community. They're paying me that which you're like, oh, this is name is merch. No, it's not, because they are paying you every month or every year. It is something you as a creator can rely on with regards to you paying your bills.
Yeah.
So it's like, that's a line item I can make. And so like Patreon, we have a Patreon. We joke about it all the time.
We do joke about it.
But it's true. Patreon.com/explain everything. If you subscribe there for I think we're $3 a month. Okay. $3 a month for those episodes. We offer something outside. You cannot get our, like, what do we have? We have a bonus episode a week.
Yeah.
You cannot get that Thursday episode. You cannot listen to it anywhere. You can't watch it anywhere unless you pay $3 a month. You think, okay, that's a pretty reasonable thing. Like, you're talking less than $1 an episode.
Yeah.
Plus I get a back library of all the ones you've done before.
Yeah.
And I'm also a part of that. I can comment. We respond to like every comment on there.
Exclusivity.
You get access to them. And so it's like these paywalls, these subscription models, that's what creators want because that's something they can rely on. AdSense, that could drop if an algorithm changes. You know, you can have a big month of merch and then you don't sell any merch the next month. Like this is like, I can rely on this and I can add value there. That's what people want. So the main subscription models, Patreon's huge with creators. That's a big subscription model. I mean, Netflix has this. Disney Plus has this. Those are subscription models.
Yeah.
They want that. They can have a great big movie, but then it cannot do it.
Peacock it's like you're paying for
for Yellowstone. Yeah, you're paying. That's why you're doing it, which by the way, that's a great topic to talk about.
Okay. So this is I don't know that I would say this is gamified. Gamification has changed a lot of things, the way that we we're very competitive as humans. But I think part of this comes down to the human psyche of I want something that everybody else doesn't have.
Yes.
So you could get merch, you can get, ads, you can do all those things. But if you get access to that person where you feel like it is close to you, and I've said this time and time again, people, they'll go see the movies, they'll go do whatever. Why do they go to the conventions? Why do they go to all this other stuff? Because you're going to have access to those people who are in those movies or in those shows or whatever. People want more access to more of it or more direct access to the person who's doing it, which, I mean, that's priceless.
It's priceless.
$3 a month.
Sponsor by MasterCard. Ad. Just kidding.
Hashtag sponsor.
So if you are like, hey, I'm a creator, I want to set up one of these, I want to start building a community, I want to make it to where you can't be a part of our community at this level of our community, tier 1 of this, unless you pay this. So a lot of times they'll pay, you have Patreon. Okay. You have Discords, like a lot of those are free, but some of them you pay to be in there and then the creators in there talking. The one I use, so I have for myself, for like Tarver Academy, the education stuff, I have a Patreon where I post like resources and videos and trainings.
I got your email this morning.
Oh yeah, that was actually for my other one.
Oh,
but yes, thank you for getting that.
You're welcome.
Yeah, I made a new resource. It's a really good one, I think. I was so classy. So I started out doing a Patreon, and I've got like 70, give or take. It's gone up to 80, but then I lose like 5 every month whenever it comes out of their payment. They're like, I don't need that.
What is this for?
I don't need that training anymore. You know what I mean? And so a Patreon, but I honestly, Patreon's not where I push people. What I did is I use Squarespace. They sponsor the New York Knicks.
Yep.
Squarespace, it's a website builder. I've started moving everything under my tarveracademy.com stuff under that Squarespace. So Squarespace started doing email lists. I went away from MailChimp and I converted it all to that. Yep. Now they actually developed a membership area. So it's like Patreon, but instead of Patreon taking, 5%, I can just pay Squarespace a couple $100 a year for that membership area. And then I can grow that whether I have 10 people or 10,000 people.
Many, it doesn't matter.
Boom. And here's why, another reason that those membership areas are super valuable. If I'm like, so for my membership area, I call it the honor roll because I deal with education. You want to be on the honor roll? See what I did there?
That's good.
So it's like Tarver Academy.
List.
Yeah. And it's like that would have been better, but whatever.
That's all right.
So like on my website, 99% of what I do is free. Here's templates, here's this. And people are like, oh, thank you. That's free. Like that 1% that they want access to that is not free, they go to tarveracademy.com/honor. This is not a pitch. This is not sponsored by myself.
Okay.
But I'm saying that's where they would go. When you click there, you can choose to pay by year or by month. Now, I'm creating content and putting content there, and I'm sending out emails. I'm making trainings. I'm adding a lot of value there. Here's the thing that makes it scalable. I've got that content and I'm making it, whether I have 10 people in there or 10,000 people, I'm not increasing my amount of work. I don't have to hire someone.
Yeah.
Like most companies, if you go from 10 customers to 10,000 customers,
you got to hire.
We got to scramble. How are we going to scale this?
Yeah.
That is a scalable model because it's all about them coming and getting it. Netflix. If Netflix had like half of their subscribers, they would still I guess they're getting less money to make more movies. I get that. But it doesn't matter how, it doesn't change how your access to it if 200,000 people subscribe.
It
doesn't change me as the end user.
Yep.
I still get what I get. I don't throw a fit. You know what I mean? But I'm saying this is a scalable model with the internet now. And this is where every organization, every company, everything should go to if they want to scale in 2022 and in the future. Anybody that is doing it based on a finite, people have to come to my store. They have to be in my building. They have to experience it live.
Immediately.
That is, you're limiting it. If I host a conference, okay, I've hosted education conferences. I have to pay for a venue, work out food, pay for different speakers. I can charge this amount. I know the amount of seats I can have. Let's say it's the best case scenario. I have 500 seats. All 500 people go. There is a max amount of money I can make from that.
Yeah.
I can't make more money. However, if I say, we're also offering this online, sign up for my subscription model for $92 a year. You get this plus this, and you can view it online, but you could also come in person if you want. I'm giving options, and it is more scalable. First 500 come in person, and then I could have 500,000 people.
Yeah.
You have to figure out, how can I scale this? Now, it is hard to do. I'm saying it like, oh, let's just do it. It'll happen.
This is not easy.
If you build it, they will come, Kevin Costner.
But if it's good.
If it's good and there is a considerable more value they get than the cost they have to spend, there you go. That's the trick to selling things. And so there you go. That's
you know what I've noticed too is the second one. The first I guess would be underneath AdSense. You know what I noticed? A lot of the podcasts that I will listen to have ads twice in the middle of them, and it's not like super high production value, but it's just them talking about whatever that product is. Yep. They used to do that on the radio all the time.
Yeah.
You're like, oh, did they just start talking about pizza in the middle of this? I guess they didn't, because it's the same people doing it, which is, it doesn't take a lot of work for them to do those ads.
You know, my absolute favorite person to talk about ads during their podcast?
Who?
Conan O'Brien. I mean, we are, of course, patreon.com.
But he just jokes around about it.
He will literally make fun of it. He'll call out that he has no idea what he's talking about.
Yeah, I don't know what this is.
It is so real. Like, I genuinely look forward to the ad portion of his podcast.
Yeah.
Now, a lot of podcasters, too, they'll have different levels for, like, so for instance, like, let's say we were sponsored by, who would pay us money?
Tesla.
Oh, gosh, that'd be sick.
Yeah.
So say Tesla wants to sponsor it. We would have levels. Like, okay, you can record it with your person, and then we'll insert a 30-second clip in the middle of it.
Yeah.
Here are our analytics. This is how many people listen halfway through. This is how much, weekly we get. Here's our backlog of people that will listen. We'll put it in there for 1 year. Now, it could be another tier if we talk about it.
Yeah.
Because it's different.
Yeah.
Because our audience knows us.
Yep.
Therefore, they would hopefully trust us.
more.
We are vouching for it versus you vouching for yourself.
I would vouch for Tesla.
That'd be sick.
For free Teslas.
Dude, think of it this way. Think of how it would change the sales of something. Okay, Friends, TV show in the 90s.
Yeah.
Okay, 7 minutes of Friends, cut to commercial for 3 minutes, and then Friends comes back on. During those commercials, it's a bunch of random people talking.
Wow.
What if they only put commercials in that 3 minutes?
With them in it?
With the people from Friends.
Oh my gosh.
Courtney Cox Arquette pops in. She goes, let me tell you something I love about Lids, the hat store. Like that would change how we view it.
Yes.
That's what you do.
Yeah.
That's why it's so much more valuable to use creators in the world they're in, because their audience trusts them. And here's the cool thing about this. With Friends in the 90s, the Nielsen ratings, they're like, this many homes have viewers, and you're going off mass viewers.
Yeah.
With my audience, say, so for instance, I haven't signed any NDAs. So there's a company that I've worked with before. I've done stuff. I've presented at their conferences. They paid me for stuff. It's called Wacom. They make these tablets you can write on.
Yeah.
I genuinely love their product. I've had my kids use it. I use it. I think it's great, especially for math teachers. They can write with their desktop computer and show virtually or on their screen. It's a really good product. Easier to connect than like an iPad. Okay. I wouldn't recommend it if you're screen recording. iPad's easier, but if you're doing it live, it's a great product. This is not paid by Wacom, but if you want Wacom, you're not listening. Okay. So I'm talking with them right now. They're wanting to get into that world and start doing some stuff. They want to pay me to do some videos. What was I saying this for? What did we start talking about? I've literally lost.
Talking about brand deals, and I don't know
where I was going with this.
You said you spoke at some conferences for them.
Yeah, I don't know. I forgot.
No.
I totally forgot.
Man.
What was I saying? I was using them as an example, and then I started thinking of like being
I didn't know
honest.
where it was going.
I don't either. Man,
being honest.
This is podcast 101, Neil. This is how you do a podcast by Tyler.
I'm here for it.
I quit.
The thing that I noticed about social media is, and I bet every one of our viewers and listeners have as well, on Instagram, in the stories, every third story is an ad. Mm-hmm. In your feed, every fourth or third one is an ad, but now TikTok is the exact same thing. Yep. The difference is TikTok has done a better job of making ads or putting things in that are sponsored that don't look like an ad. you almost can't tell that a lot of them on TikTok are actually sponsored in their ads because they film it using just their phone or they're doing whatever, or they're right in front of it. The more produced it is, the less likely I am to look at it.
Okay.
Is that bad?
No. It's true. It's true.
I don't like, okay. Instagram, they came back with they're trying to 3 different feeds now. The algorithm, the way that it is, the more popular ones are,
and they're bringing back chronological.
But you have to pick which one you want. They're actually doing
Is it released yet?
Yeah.
Chronological?
Oh, it is.
I can turn on chronological.
You could turn on chronological. It's 3 different feeds. Now, that was a week and a half ago.
But it's there, right?
Yeah, that's what they said. I haven't turned it on yet.
Okay.
But okay, so what they're doing is they're doing it as a test. We always come back to this. You have to A/B test this. That's what they're doing. You have to A/B. Thank you, Elon. I want to thank our sponsor, Elon. Not Tesla, just Elon himself. No, it's like you got to be able to see which one of these is going to work instead of just going, hey guys, we're going to all or nothing. We're going to switch this thing. I love going through the feed and having I don't look at the ones that look too polished.
Yeah.
And I think they're learning not from me, but like my kids say the same thing. They're like, I don't pay any attention to those ads.
Oh, I get it. I'm the same way. Now, here's the thing I'll do is if I see a creator I like, I pay attention because I'm like, ooh.
Yeah. What are they? Yep.
I'm learning from them, but also like that vouches. Like I've bought stuff because somebody I like vouched for it.
Yeah.
The best one they do partner, like Casey Neistat. We talk about him. He's a creator, filmmaker.
He did Samsung.
He's partnered with Samsung. Didn't buy Samsung because of that. But what he did was he partnered with Monthly, created a course, and now they both make money off of it because it naturally fits what he does.
Yeah.
I remember what I was going to say earlier and why I brought up walking.
Go.
So the difference with what marketers can get out of creators today versus commercials back in the day.
Yeah.
I and them can see a clear picture of who my audience is.
Oh, yeah.
If you go in, like if I go to TikTok's my biggest.
Oh, yeah.
So on TikTok, I've got like 126,000 people.
Congratulations on those couple of videos.
Yeah, who cares? What? Oh, the video. Oh, I had a video. It's at almost 3.5 million now on one of those.
That's good.
I can go into my analytics. So when I'm talking to a company and saying to me like, yeah, I've got this many followers. Cool. They don't know if I bought them. They don't know if they pay attention. They don't know if they care. They don't know who they could be. A bunch of people from, Canada, and they're trying to sell like, I don't know, swimming trunks. Like that's the thing. Like they don't know, but
nobody in Canada swims.
I can go in here. I can go to my followers. 89% of my followers are female.
Oh,
so they know they're female.
They
92% of those are from the United States. I can see
so they can see the real analytics.
I can get like YouTube's even better, the breakdown you can get, but you can get a breakdown of who your followers are, the videos that they're interested in. Like you could see exactly like, hey, my people look like this. They are interested in this. They live here. I'll promote your product.
Okay. A lot of them, you said this too. A lot of your followers they're teachers.
Yeah. Teachers, which is a female,
are females.
Female heavy profession.
Yeah. That's crazy.
Not a heavy
How do we?
profession.
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry, you were going to gloss over that.
I was trying to not.
I'm clarifying.
Hey, if you confuse, you lose. Let's will it rock.
Yeah. It was. Okay.
The question on everyone's mind: will it rock? The answer is probably yes.
Sorry, I sprung that one on you.
Okay.
I just went straight to it.
I got an idea. Is that okay?
Okay, yeah, I think so.
With The Rock, I typed in The Rick.
Under Armour.
That's what I was going to ask.
Are you serious?
What is the number one
It has to be.
thought of sponsorship with The Rock that you can think of?
I would say it's Under Armour.
Okay. Under Armour is the first one I think of too, because he's got literally his own clothing line. It's like him and Steph Curry are keeping Under Armour alive.
It's got who else? There's nobody else.
His is like a bull, isn't it?
Yeah, it's like a giant bull on it. I see. It's so funny when you see these guys. They've never seen a gym. They've never lifted weights. They lift pancakes.
Yep.
And they wear those. I'm like, bro, it's so crazy, the people that identify with that brand.
Yep.
But yeah, I would say that. But what else has he done?
Now okay, so we're talking here's a basic one that fits perfectly with him. The Rock has a really big social media following. Leonardo DiCaprio does not. Okay.
Really?
I mean, I doubt it.
Because he doesn't do anything.
He has social media.
You're right.
So think of this. If I am looking at a lead for my movie, if I hire Leo, it's going to be based off his name, and that's pretty much the only promotion. He'll do a junket or whatever. If I hire The Rock, he's going to post it to his 100 million subs, and they'll know about this.
He will.
So you're getting that built-in advertisement on top of it. So he's going to promote his movies. Now, I also want it for Will It Rock. Let's look at his most recent post on Instagram and see if he is promoting anybody. First one, it's got that picture of him where he's like, wearing the fanny pack, that old photo.
Yeah, classic.
And he put a picture of that alongside the San Antonio Spurs mascot dressed exactly like him, leaning like him. And he put those pictures up. I don't know. They may have paid him to do that. He didn't put #sponsor, but the Spurs got an advertisement out of it.
For real.
Yep. Here's another one. He said, happy birthday to Jeff Bezos. And then the third one.
Happy birthday to the ground.
Here we go. ZOA Energy is the third one. I'm sorry. I don't want to gloss over that. That was amazing. He promoted ZOA Energy drinks and talked about them.
Yeah.
And talked about it being a bestseller at Amazon. So the big ones, once you get the big names, Shaquille O'Neal is the best at this. They will not say, their way of doing brand deals is way above what we can do.
Really?
What they do is they don't say, pay me $2 million. I'll talk about it on one Instagram post. I would bet a lot of money that energy drink, he is an investor in that company.
Yeah.
Shaquille O'Neal, when you see him on all these commercials, he will not sign up for a new deal unless they give him 2% of the company or 5%.
1-800 the General Online.
I'm almost positive he is a investor or have a percent in that
back
company.
Pain?
All of it. Papa John's.
Radio Shack?
Any Papa John's?
Yeah.
He's in Radio Shack.
Was he Domino's? He wasn't Radio Shack. I don't know why he never did it. Oh. I also don't know why Leonardo DiCaprio doesn't have social media.
Does he not? Did you check?
Well, they just named a tree. There's a brand new tree that was named after him. After this whole, Leo is very, very
environmentally conscious. Don't look up.
The whole "Don't Look Up" movie
was
came
about
out.
climate change.
They just came out with a new. It's a specific kind of a tree. It's in the Ebo forest. There's a photo of it here. But if he did have social media, he would have missed out on this, and they missed out on this opportunity to call that the name of that tree. They named it some very scientific name. Leonardo DiCaprio was my. I was like, why
did you
are we
make
not?
that up?
No.
Oh, that's incredible.
That's the best.
I'm giving you credit.
Thank you.
Okay.
# sponsored.
# sponsored by Leonardo DiCaprio.
There it is.
3v3.
Do we have time?
Yeah. We've only gone an hour. We'll do quick 3v3.
Okay.
We'll play an express game.
Here it comes. Oh, half court.
Welcome to the party, pal. This is 3v3.
All right, so I think we do a quick draft.
Okay.
What company would you want to be sponsored by?
SpaceX.
Okay, that's your first choice. Mine's Tesla.
No way, for real.
Yeah, number one. Okay.
Oh my gosh.
Who's your number two?
Nike.
Ooh, that's a good one. Jordan. We have a theme.
Dang it.
Okay, who's your third?
I would say Apple. Is that bad?
Oh no, that's a good one. That's a solid
but
one.
Google would be even better.
Google would be good. You know what? I was gonna say something sports cars related, but I guess I'll go Google because we need to keep the trend. Me doing a variation of what you did.
See, the crossover. I know we said that Apple doesn't work with creators, but they do in the commercials. They make it look like they work with creators, but they don't really.
No,
they don't really. So we would be the first.
Yeah. Hey, we're actually sponsored. We are sponsored. So
we
are
sponsored.
Ad to we're sponsored by our bonus episode a week. Patreon.com, everything.
This entire thing was
but for
just
real.
to lead to there.
Like seriously, if you want an example of it, just to get a glimpse, a little what is it? A remix to Ignition, hot and fresh out the kitchen. We have that. Patreon.com/and everything. We do an extra thing, blah blah blah. Who cares?
There are extras. So when we hear one of these crossover episodes, what the crossover episodes are is they hear it first on Patreon. So what you're hearing is at least an example of what they are getting in the extra episode.
Is this a crossover?
No, but I'm just saying that's what
they get.
That's what they're getting. They get that 4 other times a month.
Yeah, they get. It's essentially you get double of our content.
Yeah.
For doing that.
Every Thursday.
The reason we do that is because we have to pay the bills. We got to keep the lights on the podcast.
Skills to pay God's bills.
That's so good, man.
All right.
Get some wheels. Stop relying on the thrills.
May I call you Tyler?
This gives me the chills.
He's thinking of another one. I know he is.
Gonna climb that hills. Just keeping it reals.
He's not gone. He's not gone yet.
Gives me all the feels. Ricky Henderson with the steals.
Ricky Henderson. How did you work that in there?
Hey.
That's incredible.
Hey,
yeah.
Kyle Sheely Mills. Hey, hit him with that Joseph Tills. Think we're going about that talk.
Bye.
Thanks for listening to the Explain Everything podcast. You can follow us on TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube at Explain Everything Podcast. We're on Spotify and Apple Podcasts, but you're already here. We love you. No. Actually, we're in love with you. Thanks for coming on our TED Talk. Bye.